It's outside. He's going to score. McCullough is going to take this the distance.
Throws it toward the end zone. He comes back to Harrington, who has it for a touchdown!
Touchdown, Keenan Howry. Touchdown, Ducks. An 80-yarder.
There's a hole. He's going to score. Maybe he's gone.
Oregon football with Mike Bellotti.
Medlock will get his foot into the ball and go high and not deep enough to keep it from being returned. It'll be Washington at the 4, 5, 10. Gets a hole. 30. Needs a block. The kicker to beat. Inside of him. If he's got the speed, he's going to go all the way. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown. Kenny Washington. All the way. Nobody got a finger on him.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. A great start and a great win for the Oregon Ducks in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. Coach, congratulations, another great win for your team.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great win because it was offense, defense, and special teams. You know, we scored a touchdown each way. We got great momentum early. Jerry Madsen's interception and great run, and it really is a great run. He does make a move. You know?
He does.
And then the kickoff return by Kenny Washington, the long field goal, the touchdowns to Sammy Parker and to Tim Day. Kellen Clemens, probably the best half of football he's played, and maybe a statement-making effort, along with our defense, who played, it seemed like 2 games. There's only 81 plays, but we were inefficient in the second half. We didn't need to be, but I still would like to have done a better second half.
The best half of football that your team has played this year, do you think?
Absolutely. Against a quality opponent, offense, defense, and special teams all making plays. That first half was the way you draw it up.
And if you look at Kellen Clemens, you talked about that, only 6 incompletions in the football game, and really running the offense efficiently in the first half. I guess that changes a few things. I mean, that comeback against Cal seems to have changed him a little bit.
I think so. I think a lot of people have talked about and asked me, did it make it? I said, yeah, I think it does. Whether overtly in practice, I'm not sure you see it, but I think internally the self-confidence, the whole team's confidence in that regard, that we have a guy that can take us back, and I think he picked up right where he left off from the Cal game.
Coach, in the last 4 games, 8 halves, you've only had 1 bad half in all of those games. So your team has got momentum. They're playing very well. Is it the difference on defense? Is that the difference, do you think?
I think it's a combination of things. I think defense is the very first way to start, because we haven't given up big plays. We've been more mix of zone and man. I think they're less predictable in what we're doing on defense, better execution of fundamental techniques. And
the emotion, the momentum, the excitement is certainly back with Oregon football. And as we go to the first quarter, you could really see it on the field when these teams were warming up, when your team ran onto the field, Coach. I could see it. Your team was really excited, and they seemed flat when they came out.
Well, it was a really eerie pregame. It was very quiet, and nobody's making a lot of noise. No, nobody's there. That's true. And for our guys, I just thought, you got to make your own noise. You got to take this thing over. And I was pleased because we came out fired up. But you never know that. You wouldn't know that in the locker room.
There were 56,000 on hand for the game. It was kind of a cold day. Maybe kept some of those LA fans at home. They were late arriving. And the first play, you see some pressure coming right away, and then UCLA going to the air for the first time.
And up under center this time also with Tyler Evalbond. Back to throw. 3-step drop. Look, wants to go way down, and it's picked off. Intercepted. Jerry Madsen inside the 10. He's in the 5. He is. Touchdown, Jerry Madsen.
Great job, and we have several people in position to make a play on this ball, but Jerry does a great job coming for his middle linebacker position, gets a good drop, sinks into the zone, catches. This is a nice catch to over shoulder up above. Now it's one-on-one right here with Craig Bragg. And he does, in fact, make a move. Nice job. They have to give him some offensive time out. But more importantly, too, protects the ball right here, because this guy tries to come and rip it out. Great job of ball security, gets in the end zone. Huge play to get his momentum early.
He said he didn't really juke him. He did.
He did.
Oh, yeah. Selling himself short.
That was a juke move.
Nice move for Jerry Madsen, and a touchdown, and a great way to start the game. Maurice Drew, pretty good running back for 4 yards. Marcus Binns on the run support, and then after an incompletion, Coach, 3rd and 6, they go to Drew again, and Kevin Mitchell, good open field tackle.
Yeah, you got to just wrap this guy up. You got to take him low, because as you saw before, he can carry the pile for 3 or 4 yards.
So they're going to punt the ball right away. Big contingent of Oregon fans and a lot of family members as well there to see their brothers and sisters and sons play football, and Ducks go to work. On the play here to Parker for 9, and then Shaw for a gain of 3. A rare start for Ryan Shaw.
Yeah, Ryan practiced well. He's practiced well the past 2 weeks, and Terrence was not healthy. Didn't practice on Wednesday, so Ryan got the start.
And then Kenny Washington getting some early carries.
Yeah, we really had sort of a posse thing going at the tailback position. I think we got good productivity.
Rosario in the flat. So boy, this offense, you have full house backfield. You got the H-backs, the tight ends, a lot of different things that we haven't seen so far.
Yeah, we're doing a good job of keeping them off balance, mixing the run and the pass. And Tim Day, Demetrius Williams, a lot of people involved making plays.
That was a great catch by Demetrius for the first down. Had a procedure penalty, so a 2nd and 15. Washington loses 3 on the pitch right there. 3rd down, 18 to go.
Demetrius, he comes in motion to the left. And Kellen's going to go back to throw. Steps up, pressure comes, steps up, gets away, now looks, now throws. Caught, but it's going to be inside of the 45 and hard to the 40-yard line.
This is a great job by Tim Day. And you're going to he takes a speed pass rusher right on the edge and then goes back and gets him again, allows Kellen to step up in the pocket. Kellen surveying the field. Kyle Witherspoon continuing to work through his route. Gets the ball right here, and he's a little short of the first down, but he makes one guy miss, drags 2 other guys, 3 other guys for the next 2 yards to get that crucial first down.
That's a great effort by a freshman. How about that? And if that doesn't happen, this play doesn't happen.
To throw off the play fake again. Turns, wants to go deep to Sammy. He's there. He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Nice job again. Nice execution. Sammy getting one-on-one coverage. A little play action fake to just hold that safety account. Sammy can run by the corner. Kellen puts it up with air so he can run underneath it. You see Tim Day is holding the safety a little bit too with his route. And Sammy's got to be tough to catch Sammy once he gets a step on you.
And, Coach, again, I mentioned that without that Weatherspoon play on 3rd and 18, you're punting the football instead.
Absolutely.
Great effort play. We're going to look at it again, Coach.
3rd down conversions are so important. We talked a lot about making positive yards on 1st down, so 3rd down conversions are easier. And, again, then you get the chance to take some shots on 1st down like this.
Great to see Sammy Parker get the touchdown. 40 yards, scores in front of his family at the Rose Bowl. A lot of #1 jerseys were up in the stands, and great to see him get that. Bruins show a little life. Ebel going, but not gone. Justin Finnessy comes out of nowhere. Look how fast he is. And takes him out of bounds.
Great job by Justin. Again, we miss a couple tackles, take poor angles. Ebel's got great speed, and then they switch and go to Drew. We bottle him up. Great job by our defense.
Jerry Mattson was the first to get his noggin in there, and then Tyler Ebel is going to get the carry, but Igor Olshansky is there, so you hold, Coach, and that's big. After they get the big play, they don't get the 7.
That's exactly right. It's huge. Anytime you can keep them out of the end zone, you get a 54-yard run, you're doing a great job.
Justin Medlock, who had his troubles later in the game, came in and hits this one, 35-yarder, makes it 14-3 with 4 to go in the first quarter. Any momentum the Bruins had there is gone after this.
His foot into the ball and go high and not deep enough to keep it from being returned. It'll be Washington at the 4, 5, 10, gets a hole, 30, needs a block, the kicker to beat inside of him. He's got the speed, he's going to go all the way. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Kenny Washington.
Kenny Washington and our kickoff return team have been doing a great job, and they're just developing more confidence every time they touch the ball. Kenny is hitting these things. Got a great block from Chris Solomona, from Dave Martin, from Justin Finnessy, from our double team. We had 2 double teams that kicked out very well. See right there. And then great move here on the kicker. Whoop, there he goes. And again, not going to be caught. And Kenny has very, very good speed, but he has the confidence now and what we call the blind courage to just hit that thing full speed.
He said no way after last week when the kicker got him. He's going to let the kicker get him this time. I don't know if he even touched it.
No, he didn't. And like last time, it was unfortunate because the kicker was supposed to be blocked. The guy ran right by him, so Kenny didn't even see him. This time he saw him and made the move.
How about that? 21-3. Great play by Kenny Washington and the return team. Had another big one later, and the defense really getting it going. Drew Jr.'s there after a 2-yard gain, and then a lot of pressure on Drew Olson all day.
Yeah, we did a good job with really a 4-man pass rush. Our defensive front did a great job. And again, the momentum, once you get that going, offense, defense, and special teams, everybody buys into it. It's a tremendous confidence boost for the team.
That was a quick 3 and out for UCLA. Clemens back to Parker for 12 yards on that play, and then Whitehead going to go backwards on this next play, Coach.
Yeah, unfortunately, we talked about getting 4 before you get 14. This is one of those choices. There wasn't a lot of place to go. We just got to suck it up and get a yard or 2 and come back the next down.
Talked about 3rd down conversions. Here's 3rd and 11.
No blocker behind him, beside him. On 3rd and long, back to throw off the shotgun. Steps up into the pocket almost, and now throws the ball. It's caught, and trying to make the first down is Terrence Whitehead. Did he get it?
It's a great play. Initially, very good protection. So you see it develop. They run the twist inside. Kellen steps up right there. We're just losing one guy. Gets a little piece of his ankle. His safety valve is Terrence. Gets the ball to him right there. And then this is a great individual effort right here to run away from 2 would-be tacklers and then keep your balance long enough to dive forward for that first down.
Great play there, keeps the drive alive, and it will pay off a little bit later here at the end of the quarter. Little screen pass for 3 yards to Terrence Whitehead. So 21-3. Coach, they had just 2 first downs in the first quarter, just 2 passing yards. You're 4 of 4 on third down. Time of possession, you got everything going your way right now.
It's a great job. And again, when you get that kind of momentum and your quarterback is hot and you get a special team score and a defensive score, there's not a lot more you can ask for.
And the second quarter picks up right where the first quarter left off. Coming up with the lead, now the Ducks start to apply the pressure, making things very difficult on the Bruin quarterback Drew Olson and their offensive line. A dominating second quarter for the Duck D when we return after this on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. Welcome back to the show, everyone. A great first quarter for the Oregon Ducks. Coach, you said it's probably the best first quarter you've played, but it continues right after this. Let's get to it.
I agree. Let's go.
With the ball, Ryan Shaw going to carry for 7 yards with the fans making some noise down there. And, you didn't run a ton, but got some yards when you needed them.
Yeah, we were positive there. And again, better in the first half than we were in the second half. But it's a nice line surge there and good push by Ryan Shaw.
And then the day that Clemens had was very good. This is one of the only times that he missed his guy, but he put it somewhere where nobody else could get it.
That's exactly right. He could have run for it. He had 2 guys open. The back of the end zone was going to be a factor in this throw.
Clemens then on 3rd and 12, looking for Weatherspoon, and they call that an incomplete pass. So Jared Siegel called on for a big one. Remember last year he had a 59-yarder at UCLA. This one from 51 yards.
This field, so he knows he can do it. 5 to hold, right hash mark. 51-yard try. Snap good, place good, kick is up. It is going to be close. He got it. He just got it over in the middle of the bar.
Good kick, good hold, good protection. I think anytime in a long one you worry about the lower trajectory. He did a nice job with that.
Great kick, so it's 24-3. Olsen to Craig Bragg for 13 yards. Marcus Binns there. 1st and 10. Ducks pinning him back.
Sits, looks, pressure comes. They got to him.
That was both Igor at the bottom of the pile and Junior on top, and that can hurt you with Junior on top. But good job pressuring. You see Igor just really, you see a nice leg whip there too. That probably wasn't called, and then Junior makes him pay.
They get the dual sack. I think Junior was actually credited with it. Loss of 5. Bruins had to punt the ball again, so they like start with it at the 30. And really the only bad play of the game for your offense.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not handle the exchange, and we got to get on that football when it's on the ground. I was disappointed in that.
Now the big deal is that with a short field, the defense coach still held them.
Unbelievable. It truly is. I mean, right there, I think, is this the one he misses too? But the most important thing is not letting the end zone. They had the ball at the 20-yard line.
They are going to get the 3 out of it. Missed a couple later, but yeah, they don't move the ball at all. Bruins also had a penalty. That was 3rd and 8. They run it. Drew loses 2. Justin Finney doing a good job stopping the run. They kick it. It's 37 yards, just inside the upright. So now it's 24-6. That's instead of 24-10, 24-6 and momentum.
The momentum and the confidence of the defense to hold them out right there. And then Terrence gets his best run. They slipped and fell, actually, unfortunately, because he was off to the races there. But it's exciting to hold them to a field goal.
Whitehead for 8 on that last carry, then up the middle again for 5 yards. And then top coach, he goes to Tim Day right here, but your tight ends not only going to him passing, but you put him in the backfield to allow them to get a running start to block for the tailbacks as well.
Well, and we wanted to balance up their defense, and they do a lot of zone blitzing. We had some ideas on how we could minimize some of that and get some better blockers in position.
And Rosario also carrying the football for 4 yards. Clemens then on the quarterback draw, mixing it up, 4 yards here.
Yeah, again, we've done a good job. In this game early on, we really were in sync in terms of matching things.
Clemens to Parker for 11 on 2nd and 6. So that sets up a 1st and 10 at the Bruin 18. Good-looking drive. Looks even better after this.
First down to the 18. Demetrius Williams in motion. Back to throw. Pressure comes. Steps up away from it. Throw to the end zone. Tim Day. Catch. Touchdown.
First of all, this is a great move by Tim Day. You won't see it all in film, but he makes a post move that actually flattens the safety. And then great protection to allow Kellen to step up, hold the ball for a count, and great catch, great execution.
Key block by Matt Floberg in that protection as he steps up, and the touchdown, 31-6. And the Bruins feeling the heat now, going for the home run ball. And Justin Finney running right with his guy and gets called for the PI.
Yeah, Again, I won't question that call because he did look back for the ball, got a hand on the ball. I think they said he was arm barring the receiver, but I thought he did a great job in coverage.
Right there with him, and Justin Finney and your defense, again, we've been talking a lot about it. You get Igor gets the sack there, and you're going to see another look at it here, but this is working in tandem. Your D-line and your corners are covering.
Absolutely. And again, we've put more pressure on our D-line to mount a four-man pass rush, and they responded with a great effort.
And then Olsen on a long play to get the first down goes underneath the Mercedes Lewis for 13 yards. So you're keeping the ball in front, and it's short of the first down. They have to kick, and this is one that missed. But again, not letting them get the first down, and this one goes off the upright.
Yeah, that was, again, just tough break for them. But I felt really good. Again, we're forcing them to try to kick field goals.
When your defense comes to the sideline, they just got to be pumped after things like this, right?
They are, although they were starting to get a little bit tired just because they've been on the field. We scored so quickly in so many different ways. You know, when you score a touchdown, defense is back on the field. So if they score, they're right back on the field. Special teams score, they're right back on the field.
A 2nd and 1 went for nothing there. 3rd and 1, and you just got to give credit on that last play to Justin London, who made a nice stop. Ducks have to punt it, and now the defense really coming. Olsen to throw. Junior! Oh!
June, I think he thought he saw a touchdown. He saw the end zone. Great job. The ball gets batted up. You can see it right here coming right at your eyes. Go to throw the football. Boom. Gets a piece of it. Follows it. Nice job. There it is. Okay, pick it out of the sky. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh. It must have, I said on the show, it must look like an acorn coming down to him. Oh, too bad.
Great play, though.
Great play, and he had a real nice game in the football game. Big play comes when they scramble. Olsen had some yardage, but then he was sacked, but a personal foul for hands to the face. So, no big deal. Here comes Devin Long. He sacks Olsen.
Devin, who was the culprit on the penalty, came back and got the sack, which is good.
Redeemed himself a little bit. Under pressure again. Every single play on this drive, he's under pressure. And he goes to Ebel, incomplete. 4th and 13. They're going to go for it. No other choice. Here come the Ducks again.
4th down, out of the eye. Receiver left and right for Olsen. Go back to throw. Sets up pressure. Caught. He goes down back at the 42-yard line.
Our ends had done a great job. You can see Quinn Dorsey and Devin Long really pressing the pocket there early. You can see the pressure right there. Almost get outside, tries to, and Devin takes him down by himself.
5 first-half sacks.
Yeah, we did a nice job, again, pressuring the quarterback. This is too bad. This is a shot here we throw at the end that's just overthrown. I think Kellen got too excited on there. Had a shot to make another one before the half.
Sammy had his guy beat. There's no question about it. So they did take a shot. Bruins just with 128 yards of total offense in the first half. Only 1 of 8 on 3rd down. And that last series, a great defensive series by your football team. You go to halftime with the big lead. You know, do you talk about managing the game at that point, or were you on them to really finish the job and score more points, be aggressive?
We were on them to finish the job, score more points, be aggressive. I told them, we're not going to stop. Don't you stop. Don't give up. Don't get let down, anything like that. And then we talked a lot, coached a lot, but at the end I just said, hey, make sure you go and have some fun.
And the main thing, win the football game.
Yeah.
And they did. There's no question about that. All right, coming up, Ducks head to the locker room after maybe their best half of football of the year. I think we'll just call it that since the coach did. Putting themselves in great position for a great bowl game. We'll sort it out for you, plus a special football flashback from the Rose Bowl when we return here on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. Joey Harrington on hand as well. Good to see Joey.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Well, Oregon's win over UCLA assures that the Ducks will be going to the postseason once again, which will be their 7th postseason berth in a row. And depending on what happens, it could be a surprisingly great bowl game, like the Holiday Bowl, if the Ducks can win on Saturday. Holiday Bowl representatives were in attendance at the Rose Bowl, and they like very much what they see in the Ducks.
Obviously, with a bowl game, you want to sell out. And you want to have as many fans come as possible and stay in the hotels in San Diego. We know that Oregon delivers on both counts. So, you know, that's why we would like to have Oregon back.
If SC and Washington State win out, it's a very good possibility that both of them will be included in the BCS. And that leaves us a choice of the remaining Pac-10 teams. And certainly a team that wins its last 2 games is very important. You would have defeated the other possibilities that we have, and then we take that into consideration too. And in addition to that, we've had you in San Diego once, and we'd love to have you back.
All right, so here's how it lays out for the Ducks Bowl situation. It's a little confusing, so stay with me. We'll have a pop quiz later on in the show. Here are the bowl possibilities for your Oregon Ducks. If they get to the Holiday Bowl, it'll be because they won, and USC and Wazoo got BCS bids. As far as the Sun Bowl is concerned in El Paso on New Year's Eve, Ducks need a win and one team, either USC or Wazoo, to get a BCS bid. The Insight Bowl, December 26th, Ducks and UCLA lose, Cal would win, and two teams go to the Bowl Championship Series. Elsewhere, as far as the Vegas Bowl is concerned, on Christmas Eve, the Ducks and UCLA both would have to lose, Cal would win, and one team goes to the BCS. Worst case scenario would be the Silicon Valley Classic on December the 30th. That would be if the Ducks lose, Cal and UCLA both win out. All right, that brings us on to this week's internet poll question. But first, we'll take a look at last week's result. In the wake of that Cal comeback in the darkness of Autzen Stadium, which do you prefer, day games or night games? Well, 60% of you like the afternoon hours. 40% of you like that special feel of a game under the lights. Now, on to this week's question. Which Civil War victory is the best for Oregon? 2001, 17-14 game, Keenan Howry's punt return, which lifted Oregon into the Fiesta Bowl. Was it the 17-13 win in '94? Which lifted the Ducks into the Rose Bowl that year? For old time's sake, how about the 2-0 game in 1896? The Cotton Bowl season, a 12-10 score in 1995. Was it the 87-44-0 blanking, biggest margin ever? Go to kzi.com. Click on the left side of the screen on the OSN link. Cast your vote. We'll have the results next week on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. All right, the Ducks have won 3 in a row in Los Angeles against UCLA. The first time that's been done in more than 70 years. And while they're all special, there is one that longtime Duck fans will never forget. The miracle comeback of 1970. Ducks trailing by 19 with just over 4 minutes to go. Bobby Moore, now Ahmad Rashad, was there and calls it the defining moment of his Duck career. That's today's football flashback.
Kenny Wade's gonna score! Kenny Wade is gonna score!
Speed cuts it back in. Still on his feet inside of the 21-yard line. Still on his feet. He hasn't stopped. He's going to score.
Trying to throw the first play of the Oregon State game. He comes back to Harrington, who has it touchdown!
California schools always look down their nose at Oregon. And to be able to beat those teams was really, it was as good as beating Oregon State. It wasn't quite that good. Close. And for us to be in Los Angeles and to be trailing by as many points as we were, the Coliseum, everybody had left and gone home. They figured the game was over. And for us to come back and win that game was more than just winning a football game, but it was sort of a confirmation as, you know, what that never say die attitude meant. And that's what we had at Oregon. The pride I have in that program is rooted in the fact that I was born in Oregon. I'm an Oregon Duck through and through, and I'm very, very proud of my university.
All right, that was certainly one to remember. So was the game on Saturday. When we return the defense, the Ducks continue to go after the Bruins on their way to victory in Pasadena. More Oregon football with Mike Bellotti coming up right after this.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Third quarter action now. Ducks and the Bruins, Oregon leading at 31-6 going into the third quarter and coming out. And Coach, I want to first say it was Armed Forces Day and it was a salute to Veterans Day. We had the Navy SEALs there, and we want to thank all the veterans out there. We salute you, especially the Oregon National Guard. I know those guys watch these shows, Coach, in Iraq, online and on tape as well, and we're thinking about you and appreciate you every single day. Now Clemens completes a Tim Day for 7, and then Whitehead, nothing on the pitch. They can run sideline to sideline.
Yeah, they run well, and we thought we could catch them there, and they really stopped that play all day long.
So you traded 3 and outs. UCLA coming back with the football now. And Coach, frankly, not a whole heck of a lot happened in the third quarter.
No, the clock ran, which was good. We sort of, people moved up and down the field, but didn't get any points scored, and that was good for us.
There were times when your safeties were 30 yards off the ball.
Well, we were playing, obviously, a deep zone, combinations of different types of zone, and man underneath and zone over the top.
So in essence, if they're going to come back, you're going to make them earn it?
Exactly. We said don't give up any big plays. If they're going to have to go 15 or 20 plays to score, and we'll make them do that.
And the Duck defense tightens up once they get closer to the goal line. Drew for 1, Justin Finnessy making the stop, and then going to lose 4 this time. Devin Long, great penetration.
Nice job. We moved him, brought him inside underneath, and he makes a huge play here. And you got to tackle Drew low. You see him coming there on the slant move. Good job, and the help from Kevin Mitchell.
So it sets up a 4th and 8, and so the Bruins are going to have to go for the field goal kick. And Medlock had only missed twice all year long, and now He's missed twice in this game, pushes this one right. So again, they take off about 5 minutes off the clock and get nothing out of it.
Yeah, that was awesome for us to have them use that time, like I said, and then not get any points.
And Clemens under center again. Looked like a blitz coming. And it does not. Back up, throw, look. Now throw in the middle, caught by Terrence Whitehead. He's going to get close to it. He has a first down across the 30 to the 35-yard line.
Nice throw and catch. Good job of checking the ball down by Kellen. Good protection here. You can see Terrence coming out of the backfield, sets up right there. Nice job then getting north and south. One move, breaks a tackle right there. Drags another guy for about 2 or 3 yards. Gets a first down.
14-yard gain on the play, and then Whitehead again. This one up the gut. Some good blocking for 6 more yards.
Yeah, again, that play we just got off. Got quick off the ball, did a nice job.
And then Clemens looking outside to Sammy Parker for 6 more yards, just chipping away.
Yeah, just trying to, again, move the ball around, get rid of the ball quickly, not stress the protection. 2nd and 9, and Whitehead loses 3. Tough to run the screen. This team's, they run so well, you can see it on the field. Yeah, and they got a little pressure on face. We had to put that screen up a little high. 3rd and 12, Clemens goes underneath. Parker for 4, short on the first down. That's the end of the third quarter. Can you believe that? It was like it didn't even happen. I liked it, though. Again, I would have liked to score some points, move the ball a bit more. But, again, to take all that time off the clock and not have the score change was very positive for us. And at that point, UCLA's offense didn't look like they could do anything. Your defense had been playing very well. Defense played exceptional. They, again, held them out of the end zone, played bend but don't break, kept pressure on the quarterback, contained the run, did an awesome job. So we go to the fourth quarter. And then it's time for a big thank you to the Oregon fans at the Rose Bowl and a reserve celebration after the win. After all, the Ducks know how to handle that sort of thing. They've been here before. More to come on Oregon football with Mike Bellotti right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Here we go. Fourth quarter, Oregon leading at 31-6 in the game, and really the only question mark is going to be whether they can get a touchdown in this game or not. And I liked Joey so much earlier, I thought we'd bring him back. Good-looking young man. Good-looking guy. Olsen to brag on this play for 4 yards. It's 4th and 1. The Bruins really have no choice but to go for it.
To the left. Olsen under center. Olsen turn, hand it off right up the middle, and he's not going to get it, are they? No, he's got it at the 40-yard line. He did not get the first down.
Great job, Junior, initially with the charge. And then you can see that Devin Long and Jerry Madsen come in and prevent the back from falling forward that might have got the yardage. They push him back. Tremendous defensive stand.
Coach, teams that have gone for it on 4th down against your team this year have succeeded less than 20% of the time.
We've done a great job. We have, I think, give credit to the coaches and the players because those are huge. Those are like turnovers right there.
Offense struggling just a little bit at this point. A few penalties. And so they are having a little trouble. And obviously, Coach, you're doing things differently here than you would do if you were behind the score, right?
Well, not only are we doing things differently, UCLA is doing things differently. They're coming with a lot of pressure. And again, we didn't handle it. The penalties were very frustrating. We're in position to minimum get a field goal and maybe more. And I was a little bit frustrated with the offense and said they got to do a better job to get the defense off the field.
And on 3rd and 28, just playing it safe on that last play for Whitehead, and then keeping it in front to Drew for 9, and then to Moss for 10. You're already seeing some of the substitutions for UCLA on their side, trying to get some of the young guys the ball.
Yeah, and we're, again, basically playing fairly soft. Again, wanting to tackle with people inbounds, keep the clock moving. It's a little frustrating, because you want it, but we're ahead by 25 points at this time and don't want to give them an easy, quick score.
Even though UCLA had more yards in the game, a lot of them came in this quarter, and we just try to keep them in front, 7, 9, 6 yards, and still your team get a lot of pressure.
Yeah, this play right here, yeah, we do get a sack there. They had a couple times, but gosh, we had them and just let them out, and you see again the pressure. David Martin, I think, finishes this play, but we get good pressure off our right side, coming in right there. Quinn Dorsey gets a piece of him, just can't quite hang on. And then he scrambles back out the other side, and there's David Martin finishing the play. And then a play that really summed up their entire day. This was unbelievable, especially watching it from upstairs. Olsen scrambling around. He fumbles first. Then he's scrambling around. Kazarian gets lost and gets behind. He's back there in the park, and he doesn't get it. Yeah, and the hard part was I think this play lasted for 30 seconds. I mean, we had 3 chances to sack him and didn't get him, and it's hard to cover that long. So that takes care of that possession as that was on 4th down. So Oregon comes back, and this
This is too bad. This was a great play from Kellen Clemens to Tim Day, a great catch, and he gets wiped out by another penalty.
Absolutely. I couldn't find the penalty on the film, which frustrates me a little bit, but great job by Kellen Clemens. Great catch by Tim Day. Not only the catch, but then to tiptoe the sidelines and get up. I mean, 50, 60 yards.
Clemens finally sacked by Dave Ball. It brings up the point that he did a great job on the nation's sack leader.
We did. And again, I think Adam Snyder deserves a lot of that credit because he had him one-on-one a great deal of the time.
Clemens scrambling, just hold on to the ball at this point, and really it's just garbage time. And Coach, did you ever, you maybe didn't put in a lot of other guys, but I think people don't realize that you can only take so many guys. You don't have many guys on the bench.
We only had 58 guys, and there weren't a lot of people to really substitute and play.
You see Ramon Reed getting back in the game. That's nice to see.
Yeah, very pleased about that. Got some playing time. Going to get better and better as he stays healthy. Make it on the tackle right there. And wanted to try to get people in, but also make sure that we just kept the ball inside as we talked about. Tackle it inbounds. Keep the clock running.
Lepisto for 11, and it's another great pressure here, and Matt Toyina getting in the football game.
Matt does a great job. Matt's getting better and better every game.
Good pressure, intentional grounding there, so 4th and 16. This would have been the one that would have kept them from getting the touchdown, but they convert on 4th and 16, 22-yard gain to Craig Bragg.
A great catch. Went up in the air, and the quarterback threw where only he could catch it.
They use a timeout, then they get it to Akil Harrison. Why not? It's a senior. It's his last game at the Rose Bowl. He gets a touchdown. He'll have something to remember. And then, Coach, the onside kick, I got to show it because this was that close to being a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a great play. I mean, just a great shortstop play by Keith Lewis. Got down, took it on a short hop, and then was off to the races.
And that was pretty much it. A convincing win. And as I said, some will look at the numbers and see that UCLA outgained the Ducks, but those yards were when the game was already decided. This was a big win. 20 Ducks from LA in front of their families and a 4-year senior class, get this, that never lost to UCLA. They also went 7-1 against the LA schools. Pretty good.
It took us in the beginning of the game to get used to what they were doing. We're getting our fits down with the run, and then when it came down towards the end of the game, in the second half, we were able to figure out what kind of routes they were running, and we were just able to capitalize on what we knew what they were doing. It's exciting. It really is. Coming down to the end of my career, and I've had a great time, and just being 4-0 against UCLA and going to a bowl game now, and finishing off at home, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Oh, I was actually kind of more relaxed than ever. I just kind of drifted, and I was like, is he going to throw it to me? And I haven't been there in so long. Maybe it's high school stuff, I touched the ball on the field. And kind of just came and I caught it. I was like, oh, I got to run now. And it's kind of, I don't even remember the play almost. It's kind of a little dream world.
I mean, the whole unit as a defense is coming together. Credit to this victory. I mean, it's about getting back on track. But just like last week, the enthusiasm from practice, you can see it carried over into the game. And once we started the game off with a pick, the defense was just pumped. And from there on out, we settled down and played Doug football.
When we're moving the ball, we're scoring points, that helps. It helps your confidence, helps team confidence, and the overall outcome of the game. I worked extra hard at staying composed this week and previous to this game. After the overthrows early in the Cal game, I couldn't come out and do that again, so I worked really hard at staying as calm as possible. I was actually yawning a little bit before the game, which, I guess turns out to be a good sign.
We're starting to realize, what's going on. I mean, I wouldn't say that we're a young team, but, a lot of players, that we have that's playing now really haven't been playing that much. Yeah. And, in the past years. So, they're just experienced, they're gaining, they're seeing what's going on. Mm-hmm. So, now I would probably say that a lot of guys are, figure out, how to take care of business, and that's what we're doing.
When you start the offense and you're up already, it's that confidence you get already, that you can try certain things that you wouldn't be able to try if you were tied or if you were down. And growing up, you look at UCLA, one of the big teams, one of the great teams, a big Rose Bowl. To score a touchdown here was big, and it feels good.
Yeah, I would have liked to have had a better finish. I would have hoped to score some more points in the fourth quarter, but, I'll take a W because this gives us some momentum going into next week. We got Oregon State. That's the biggest game of the year. So hoping to get a win there. The home team wins every year, so we're at home this year. Got to make it happen again.
And, Coach, of course, your team has won 3 of the last 4. Talk about the difference going into the Civil War this year with momentum as opposed to the way it was last year.
Well, I think the basic thing is we have some confidence. We've played 2 good football games in a row where offense, defense, and special teams have all contributed. I think that's very important. Gives us a sense of confidence. We're probably going to get a couple guys back this week. But as our kids said, the Civil War is the very most important game of the season for us. Doesn't matter win or lose what we've done before. It doesn't matter what happened last year. It is nice. It is our place. You know, and I've heard some of the Beavers talk about its duck season. Well, I think it goes both ways.
And I think we're going to be hearing that here in a few minutes as well. But first, when we return, victories like the one at UCLA don't happen without a supporting cast. And Oregon senior Matt Floberg knows a heck of a lot about supporting cast. To the movies with Oregon's character actor, role player, after this on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti.
Welcome back to Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. Well, sometimes the guys who make you win are the guys you rarely hear about, kind of like the supporting actors of a football team. The stars get all of the glory, but they don't get it without the performance of the entire cast. That certainly fits for senior fullback Matt Floberg. And while it's unlikely you'll turn on your TV and see Floberg in an NFL uniform, you may see him in a place you'd never expect, sitting next to Roger Ebert.
He is Oregon's locker room movie buff. Just give Matt Floberg a line, any line, from any flick, and he'll tell you which movie you're talking about. Action, comedy, or drama makes no difference to the Ducks fullback. Just give him a 32-ounce Diet Coke and a little space, please.
When you're at the theater watching a movie, are you one of these guys that has to go front row and sit like this the whole time looking up, or are you kind of a back of the theater
No,
guy?
I'm in the middle. I, go to the center of the aisles, and I don't like people around me talking, taken away from my movie experience.
And for Matt, no movie watching experience will top his all-time favorite, Saving Private Ryan.
That one was the first movie I saw that actually made me, my eyes open real wide. Just that image of the actual war, at the beginning of the movie when they stormed the beach of Normandy at D-Day, just caught my attention, and I just had such an appreciation for the movie and the people that actually went through that, and I think that's my all-time favorite.
But for sheer enjoyment, it's got to be the comedies and those classic one-liners some of us will never forget. The lines Matt has memorized, like his playbook.
Our trainer is also movie buff, and we always kind of go head-to-head and quiz each other when I'm getting tape before practice, so, yeah.
All right, pretend I'm your trainer.
7 years of college down the drain.
Animal House.
7 years of college down the drain.
Just when I think you couldn't be any dumber than you are, you go and do something like this.
It's Dumb and Dumber.
Totally redeem yourself.
Classic line, Dumb and Dumber.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
I have a friend who's interested in pursuing a career in the custodial arts.
Breakfast Club. Actually, I was watching that movie earlier today. It was on VH1.
No, I just want to know how one becomes a janitor, because Andrew here is very interested in pursuing a career in the custodial arts.
So, where are you from, Tex? Don't you ever touch me again.
Stripes.
So, where you from, Tex? Don't you ever touch me again.
Private Pile. What is your major malfunction?
Full Metal Jacket.
What is your major malfunction?
Good talk, son.
Oh, classic. National Lampoon's Summer Vacation.
Talk, son.
I got a good base, little red.
Summer Rental.
That's a good base. That's a good base.
I'm here to play football for the Irish.
I'm going to have to say Rudy.
I'm here to play football for the Irish.
Not surprising Matt got that one right. A lot of people think he looks like Sean Astin, but he certainly made more contributions to the Ducks than Rudy Rudiger ever did for the Irish. Kind of like another actor who Matt's been told he resembles as well.
People always tell me I look like the linebacker in Remember the Titans.
What song did they sing at his funeral?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Na 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 na.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
that?
That's right, I do remember that.
Goodbye.
He's a good guy to do that, and sat in the theater there and had some fun with that. But he loves the movies, but he's done a good job for your team. He came in highly recruited, not like Rudy, but he really contributed all the way through.
He's been a solid football player for us and does a lot of things on special teams. Don't realize he's the PP, or personal protector, on our punt team, has been for a couple of years, has done a great job, is a great blocker, receiver out of the backfield, and just a positive team leader.
And he's fought through some injuries to do it, and great career for Matt Floberg at the University of Oregon. All right, coming up, it is Civil War time. Ducks and the Beavers. The fighting words have already started, and a matchup in Autzen Stadium with a ton on the line. We'll start the countdown after this on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. You will see Autzen Stadium packed with 58,000 people next week for the Civil War, Oregon against Oregon State. Great to have it at your place this year.
It is. The home team has had an advantage over the past couple of years, and obviously we want to keep that. They're a very good football team. And the best thing about this game, there's a lot at stake, a lot of positive things available to the winner.
And both teams are going to go to a bowl game. It's just a matter of where you're going to go. But really, that doesn't matter when these two teams get together. And Coach, you closed down practice for the week, and that's a long tradition. Rich Brooks did that. I know you're not going to tell us what you do, but why do you do?
Well, so you can't see the outfits that I wear. But no, we just do it to avoid any problems or concerns about potential spies. You know, everybody that's in the state of Oregon is either a beaver or duck. We will make sure all the ducks are there.
There's plenty of tape to look at for these two teams all year long. 11 games already in the books and very similar records, almost tied in the Pac-10, although Oregon State's played one less game. They still have USC later on. It's all Steven Jackson. I mean, they have a great team. They have a lot of talent. Steven Jackson really is where it starts, though, isn't it?
Steven Jackson is the best running back in the nation. I think he has size, speed, he's elusive, he's strong, and you have to contain him. You have to gauge your defense to how can you contain Steven Jackson.
Very fast, a junior. I know that maybe after the game he'll get a lot of advice from Duck fans about moving on to the NFL. They also have a great receiver. James Newsom can get down the field, and he's going to be the OSU all-time leading receiver.
Yeah, he's a great receiver. Makes plays for them, has speed, is a strong physical receiver. And obviously it depends on Derek Anderson. Derek is a quarterback who's played very well against us last year in the Civil War, and obviously is a talented young man.
And, of course, they brought out the orange pants. I wonder if we could have some serious neon going at the game next week if they bring out the orange and you wear the yellow. We'll have to wait and see. Mike Hass also doing a good job for them. They blew out Stanford yesterday in the game at Reser Stadium, and you know where the minds of the Beavers were as soon as this buzzer sounded.
Game for the seniors. This group of seniors did a lot for us. There's a major reason why I'm here at this school. So we want to let those goals go out with a big bang.
It's duck season, man. It's duck season, baby. It's duck season, baby. We just going down to the team, man. Let's go down there, baby. It's duck season. That's all I got to say.
Be ready.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, I guess it's on. I mean, no, I think they're a great defense. They are the #1 defense in the conference. Richard Siegler does a great job. Dwan Edwards up front. They have a talented football team, and obviously be a tremendous challenge, but one that we're excited about.
Well, Coach, good luck in that game. Congratulations on the win at UCLA.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us again on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. Also, thanks to all of you for watching, and we'll see you next week, Civil War time, on Oregon Football with Mike Bellotti. Have a great day, everyone.